My name is Jenny Lorbeck, and I'm the owner and co-founder of Energy Training Center, also known as ETC. ETC has been in this location for 20 glorious years and has had a really, really good run. I will say we've been through a recession, a new business, a startup, which took over 3 years to get going. I'll admit the last year has been really hard. Then COVID-19 struck. Due to a variety of tough factors, including losing our lease, not losing, having it end after 20 years, ETC tried to find a new location. During the process of finding a new location, the coronavirus hit, which made it painfully clear to make one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make. I think this video might be the second hardest thing I've ever had to say to you all. But ETC is going to close its doors permanently due to the uncertainty of the future in the fitness industry. This is very, very painful for me to say because ETC has meant the world to me, to my trainers, to my therapists, to the clients. And I will tell you that you've all meant the world to me. I wanted to say a few special thank yous. My staff, Mike Brown, Kelly Lorbeck, and Nellie Cuevas. My brother Kelly, he didn't know a thing about the fitness industry, and I drug him into this from the day we opened. So Kelly, thank you so much for all your hard years. Unfortunately, Kelly had to be let go this past December because of BTC's difficulty. And Kelly, I'm so sorry. Your years of work and what you put into this business and love were amazing, amazing, and everybody loves you, and everybody loved Kelly. Mike, thank you so much for showing up at 5 o'clock in the morning and helping run this gym. You guys are great managers, and I know it wasn't easy, and I know it wasn't easy, going through all the things you had to go through with me and firing people for me, and a great manager, Mike. Thank you. I'm going to miss you. And Nellie, thank you. You're a wonderful friend and neighbor and devoted every Saturday to ETC. And I know you had your own special thing here, and everybody loved you so much. And it just was so sweet that you put your love and heart into this business. Thank you, Leslie Semmel, for believing in me. And David, I know Leslie drug you in there, David. I appreciate it. And you believed in me too. Leslie recognized that. And we wouldn't be here. And thank you, James Eha, for also seeing that this would be a good investment. Look what you created. It was beautiful. So thank you very much. And I just want to take a minute to reflect on some of the things that made ETC so special. The story of ETC and how it got started. Well, there's a long version, but the quicker version is that I've always had a passion for fitness and helping others. And a small town girl from a town called Climax, Michigan, and moved to the big city to be a bodybuilder. And my dream was to own my own gym. I wanted to do it my way, which was a more gentle way. And I was going through a tough patch in my life. I was 32 or 3, and a woman named Leslie Semmel came up to me in the health club that I worked at, Lakeshore Athletic Club. She was a friend of mine and client. And she said, "Hey, you've got the brains, and I've got the money. You want to open a gym?" And I was like, "What? What do you mean?" I was like, "Wow, that sounds great." So we looked and looked. We couldn't find a space with windows, and as you can see here, there's 90 windows. I guess I got my wish. but along that journey, um, I was training the Smashing Pumpkins, and James Eha hated the place we worked out at. He thought it was run down and poorly run, and he said, "Hey, you should open your own gym. Do you need an investor?" And I said, "Well, actually, I have one, but we can't find a space." And he said, "I'll match, that amount of money. Would that help?" And I said, "Yeah, it would probably help." So now I had, two investors. Then I met this character, Michael Senna, in the place I was working at, and he had the knowledge of opening a gym. He had done it. He had just closed his. And I approached him. I said, "Hey, I've got investors and I've got the money, but I don't have the knowledge to open a gym. Do you want to do it? You want to be my partner? Do you want to?" He's like, "What? No, no, no. I just closed my gym and I don't want to do that again. It's a big babysitting job. No way." He called me a few days later and said, "Yeah, let's do this together. Let's open a place." And his girlfriend at the time is a hairdresser and was cutting, I think his name is Steve McMillan's hair from Sarah Lee, and they needed a corporate fitness center in the building they're moving into, which is this building. We quickly whipped up a 20-minute plan to present to Sarah Lee, and they took it. So they hired us. We moved into this space and opened Energy Training Center. We're not open to the public. We're a private personal training gym that offered physical therapy and massage. And every single trainer and therapist in here was an independent contractor running their own business. So just that alone, I think, empowers a person to want to do better. And so the trainers would come in and use my facility as a place to run their business out of. And in doing that, it was almost like bringing all these little towns, into my city, and it created community. When you're a part of ETC, you're part of a family and a community of love and care, and you can't help yourself but to want to share that with your spouse, with your own children, with your parents when they're in town, with your grandparents, and during any holiday, we at one time will have multi-generations in here. And in the summer, it's beautiful because a lot of the clients start to have their kids after they reach 10 start to work out here. And then as the kids, are out of elementary, high school, and college, they come back and they have kids, and it's a very multi-generational gym that has it's a household name. People know ETC as, "Oh yeah, I grew up at ETC." So there's many pictures of me holding a baby here and there, and that's the children of the trainers or the children of the clients and the kids. And ETC would be nothing without the children that have grown up and sat in that chair. And now, his name is Harper. Everybody thinks of Harper as sitting in that chair reading a book when he was a little boy. And last week, he came to this gym and helped me move weights. He's a college boy now, and strapping and strong. And so we've watched him, grow up, and I watched him move these heavy machines by himself last Saturday. So it's beautiful, and he calls me Aunt Jenny. That melts my heart. I have many nicknames in this gym. Aunt Jenny, Mama Bear, Mother Goose, just Mama. And some people call me Coach, and some people call me Boss. So not many call me Jenny. Oh gosh, some of my favorite memories, probably the big ones I feel like are the ones that had the most impact on the other communities. We had a number of programs here. We did a program for the Immerman Angels. I started a youth program called Empower Youth Alliance, which helped Boys and Girls Club of America mainly Big Brothers Big Sisters, and then we went into some high schools. And but the best part was Big Brothers Big Sisters would come here twice a month, and we would the whole gym close the whole gym on a Saturday afternoon and have these kids come in and have them have an experience that they have never had. And what it did is it created a really special bond between the big and the little, because they could share working out together and learn together and express themselves and ask questions, and take that home and hopefully have maybe a little bit of knowledge around staying healthy, as something they could grow up with. The Christmas angel story. I tried to do this by myself for many years, because as in typical Jenny Lorbeck fashion, you got to do it by yourself. And, I can take on the world and I can try to save the world by myself. And I was at a Christmas party, Christmas dinner at Roger and Karen McInerney's. And Roger's like, Jenny, you got to tell the Christmas story. You got to tell the Christmas angel story. And so the Christmas angels are Jenny's angels. That I asked a handful of people if they could donate $100, and so $100 per child, that we could go to a school that was a lower income level. And so the social worker would pick these families that literally have nothing, families and moms mainly that live in a basement of someone's house, in one room with a few kids and don't have anything. So we would get together some money, and I decided it would be more fun to take the take the moms shopping so they could pick out the gifts. So fast forward, I'm telling the story at the Christmas dinner, and Roger's very touched, and he goes, well, wait, what if we really announce this and really ask for money and raise more money? So last Christmas, we had 7 families, and we helped 16 kids. So it was each year it gets bigger and bigger, and that's all because of the generosity from ETC and the people that came here. The story of Joey, gosh, that story, it makes me cry every time I try to get through this. So the story of Joey was a little boy that I met in the park, and he would help me play with my dogs, and I had 3 dogs. And it was one week before Christmas, super snowy, and Joey's out there at the schoolyard. I'm throwing the balls, tennis balls are sinking in the snow, and he runs out without a coat or mittens or gloves and gets the balls for me. So I said, hey, Joey, come on back and let's talk. And I said, are you excited for Christmas? Like a young boy should be. And he said, no, I'm not. We don't have Christmas. And I'm like, you don't have Christmas? He said, no, and I'm okay with that, except for my brother Hank. He's only 8. I'm like, okay, you're 10. He said, but I wish he could have a Christmas. And I said, well, you're in luck, because I happen to be a Christmas angel. And he's like, a Christmas angel? What do you mean? And I said, what that means is you're going to have Christmas. So I need a list of what you would like and what your sizes are. And I bring it back to ETC and tell everybody the story of Joey and the community and how beautiful it is here. It melted their hearts immediately. So I'm driving over there, and I'm like, oh shoot, what am I doing? Driving up to this stranger's house. I'm like, you're doing the work, good work. You'll be okay. So I knock on the door, and this man opens the door. He's like, yeah, what do you want? And I said, my name is Jenny, and I'm here to see Joey. I got really nervous, and he said, oh, you're that goddamn Christmas angel he was talking about. And I went, I got a truckload of gifts. And he's like, oh my God, I told him you wouldn't come. Things like this don't happen. And he calls Joey. He said, hey, Joey, your Christmas angel's here. And he comes down with a button-down shirt and hugs me. And he's like, I knew you would come. And we both, including the father, broke into tears. And I said, that is the love of ETC. One of the people, one of the clients that came to ETC that made a huge impact on ETC is a wonderful woman named Aria Nee. And Aria started working out here about 17 years ago, and had trained with me for many, many years before she developed accelerated accelerated advanced Alzheimer's. And so this disease came on pretty quickly, and she was able to still train here for probably 3 years, being pretty far into her disease. And what that taught me was to look, Aria gave us the gift to learn how to play and to maybe stop and take a look outside at the tall grass and feel it. And she said, you know what, Jenny, you know what this feels like? If love could be felt physically, this feels like love. And I'll never forget that, how she could take nature and stop a crazy world and just stop it. Having a crazy day, right? But Aria could throw a football at you at 100 miles an hour and also look at the most beautiful flower, or stop and, want to feed the geese or touch a butterfly, or, her perspective on life was so fun and childlike and beautiful. It dialed it down to filtering out anything that was just silly and nonsense, into really just enjoying what was right there in front of you for what it offered. It was beautiful. And Aria's in a home now, and we still visit her and love her, and she's terribly missed at ETC. About eight years ago, we had a couple of geese that always came back, and along the river, there's these bays that the mother goose would lay her eggs in every single year without fail. Same spot, same spot. And so I thought it would be fun if I befriended the geese. And everybody's like, you can't make friends with geese. Like, no, I'm going to do it. I want to. So I would go out there and I'm like, hi, you guys. Hi, I'm just here to feed you. And I'd drop food down and hay. And well, actually, I didn't get to the hay yet. So then year 2, 3, 4. By year 4, I come out and I'm like, hi, Mama. Hi, Papa. And they would come to me like, hey, it's you. Give us our food. And so then I upped it and decided to go to PetSmart and buy hay and help Mama to make a nest. So I'd get the hay down there and she'd take it and place it in. So now we're entering into year 6 and 7, and they really know me. And I call them Mama and Papa, and I would see them across the river, and I'm not sure if it's them. And people are like, well, how do you know that's your geese? And I'm like, well, because I call them and they will come to me. And they're like, oh, come on. And so I would go out and people would watch from the window. I'd say, Mama, Papa. And they would be like, and they would fly in and land at my feet. And Mama would take my pant leg and shake it and to get me to give them food. So the last few years have been beautiful because I really would help them, and clients would bring in, steel cut oats, and we would all wait for their goslings to be born. So I know we had to leave suddenly this year due to COVID. So I want everybody to know that Mama did have 5 eggs and 5 goslings, and everybody was healthy and they moved on safely this year, and they're going to miss you too. It is very, very, very emotional for me. I was in a pretty bad car accident about 5 years ago. I rolled my car on the exit ramp at Fullerton, and as my client Kathy Pick said, it shook a community of people, and it was quite the shake. And for me, it shook me in a way that I thought that you build a business and you build this community with all your love in your heart and kindness, and you make sure you stop and you listen and you take care of people, because that's who I am and that's what I like to do. Not for probably 1 minute did I ever think that that's what I would need back. And when I broke my neck and I shattered my left hand, I wasn't able to move very well from a chair for months in a neck brace. And so the trainers put together a program with food that was delivered to my house every day, a GoFundMe page, which reached $74,000. I had a full-time, round-the-clock care that was organized by a group of trainers that I always had someone at my house. I had drivers taking me to appointments. I was a big giver all of my life and told that I'd probably never find the right relationship until I was able to learn how to receive. ETC taught me how to receive, and it was beautiful. And now that I know how to receive, I finally found the love of my life, and am proud to say that I am engaged to a wonderful woman named Angela Johnson, and we'll be getting married this June virtually, but we're doing it. But without ETC teaching me how to let someone nurture me, I don't think my heart would have been open for this relationship. So I owe ETC for allowing me to find the love of my life. I've probably tried to practice a million times how I would say goodbye to such a beautiful, beautiful community of people. I struggled for the last year. Many of you know that I wasn't even able to pay myself, but it was worth it because I got to come to work every day and see all of you and stand side by side with the people that I worked with. My heart will break not seeing you all again. But I just wanted to make this a special goodbye and a special thank you, and to make sure that you all knew that we didn't get a chance to say goodbye. And I think that a lot of businesses are ending this way, and I'm truly sorry that it had to end this way. But please don't let a day go by without the things that ETC has taught, which is to keep love in your hearts, to keep an open heart, to maybe stop and listen how someone else is and ask them how they are and really mean it, that you want to hear. Give someone a hug when they might need it. Don't pass your fellow human by when you notice they need. Pull together as a community and help others. And goodbye, ETC. I'm going to miss you all so much. Big love.
Goodbye, Jenny. Goodbye, ETC. It was a real honor working with you.
ETC, thank you for being my home away from home. I'm gonna miss you.
Big thank you to the ETC family. We'll miss you. All the best. Peace.
At least you're not going to see an old man schlepped or crapping to the gym all the time. Good luck to everybody. Take care.
Hey, it's Drew here. Just want to say that I am forever grateful for the family I found at ETC, and love and respect all of you, and wish you all well on your future to come. Have a good one.
Hello, Jenny and the ETC family. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks for everything.
Thank you, ETC, for helping me build an amazing business and raise an amazing family.
Just calling to say thank you for 20 awesome years at ETC. I would have a video of 20 great.
After 20 years, I'm going to miss my family at ETC, and thanks, Jen. It was great. I'll miss all the great trainers. Hope everyone's healthy, and we'll see each other soon.
Cheers to an incredible decade. Thank you for making me who I am today. Thank you to all the clients, friends, ET staff, trainers, and more. So cheers to the next decade, wherever it brings all of us.
Thanks, Jenny, and good luck.
Thank you, ETC, for 15 years. Time flies when you're having fun.
Hey, Jenny, I wanted to take a moment and thank you again for the wonderful opportunity you provided me at ETC. I have great memories, and I thought it was one of the best places to work at as a fitness professional. My thoughts and prayers are with you. Miss you very much.
Thank you so much for having me at ETC, and thank you very much to Jenny.
Thanks, ETC. We'll miss you, Miss Jenny. All right. Ready?
Okay. All right, say 1, 2, 3, go.
Thanks, ETC. We'll miss you, Miss Jenny.
Thank you so much, Jenny and ETC. I love you.
Thanks, Jenny. Thank you, ETC. Thanks for everything.
Farewell, ETC. Goodbye is never goodbye when you always will live in my heart. Thank you for giving me a place to feel safe for so many years. Love you.
Hey Jenny and everybody at ETC. I just want to say thanks for being a part of my life the past 15 years. It's been a great run. Wishing you guys all the best.
Deep gratitude for 20 wonderful years with my ETC family. Thank you.
Bye ETC. Thank you for so many wonderful years and wonderful memories. It was great working with all of you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Jenny, and thanks to everybody that I worked with over the last 10 years. It's been great. I'm looking forward to big things from everybody. You know, this seems tough right now, but I know that it's a blessing in disguise and we all have great things in our future. Have an awesome week.
Jenny, wow, what an amazing run you guys have had at ETC. First, I want to thank you because you gave me my start and you taught me so many important lessons that I've carried throughout my entire career with me, so thank you for that. Secondly, you really changed the entire landscape of the fitness industry in Chicago, so you, Mama Bear, are a true pioneer.
Hey Jenny, Mike, thanks for making ETC a family. Love you guys and good luck.
We miss you, ETC. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny, my ETC family. Blessings and love to you all.
ETC, thanks for all the great memories. I'm gonna miss you, but I'll never forget you. Strength and honor.
Bye, ETC and ETC family. Biscuit and I had the best time there, and we're gonna treasure those memories always.
For 20 incredible years, thank you, ETC. And thank you, Jenny.
Goodbye, ETC. I will miss you.
Thanks, ETC, for a lot of great years. You're going to be missed.
Thanks for 20 years, Jenny. ETC's been an amazing place.
Love you, Jenny. You'll always be our mama. Guess who?
Thank you, ETC.
ETC. Thank you so much for providing a space that was non-judgmental, where both us and our clients could feel like we could just be ourselves.